Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV.
You are listening to the biggest show in the world, Sports Bettors TV. Good morning, people. How is everybody doing out there? We are the hashtag SBTV Nation, rocking and rolling and killing it. And I got my boy, the Dream, on the line. Kid, what's up?
Oh man, I'm gonna quit now. I'm all done. I'm gonna quit. I've been scared by the people on Twitter, and I can't get my picks out anymore. I'm so sorry, and I'm gonna quit now. Kick rock!
Oh, playboy, kid. Dude, listen. You gotta get a little bit of ball breaking with your plays, right?
Of course I'm gonna get some ball breaking with my plays, and that's why I'm right here, and I'm as loud as ever. I'm in the house today, gang. I am really, really, really sorry about the national debacle. My man Zimmerman came in and he looked like he thought it was a game. He thought he was playing dodgeball. My man was pasted up the Red Sox players.
Unreal, man. I saw some of the highlights. I didn't see the game. Unbelievable. Unreal, man.
He thought he was playing darts. I mean, it was just it was bad out the gate. It started off ugly. It started off ugly with my man when he stole the two bases because he goes to second and then steals third because Zimmerman's head is in his behind again as they do the shift. And it just got worse and worse from there. And it just completely imploded from the first inning all the way through. And just a bad call by me. And then I came back and I tried to catch, the Brooklyn Nets last night because I thought that they had a lot to play for. And I told you, you know what? I'll tell you what. The Bulls, I'm glad the Bulls won. Cool that the Bulls won. And I know there's a couple of people out there that was on the Bulls. The Bulls are getting beat in the first round of playoffs, though.
Oh, I agree with you.
Because the Bulls ain't all that.
No, they are not. But you know what I mean? I had a feeling, remember you and I were going back and forth. I told you, dude, they're going to be playing with the full roster. They're going to be playing with the full roster. So I just can't. I mean, dude, look at the way Brooklyn has shot in the last two games. Their field goal percentage has been terrible. Under 38%, 30, whatever it was in the 30s, but it was just awful, dude. So
I just felt like, my thing was, me, I always want to have my money involved where I'm going to get my maximum effort out of my athletes. And yesterday as we were looking at the NBA, I just couldn't tell, you didn't know who was going to play, how long they were going to play. The team none of the games really meant nothing. I knew the Pelicans were dope, but it was a lot of points and a lot of money. So the only game that looked affable was the Brooklyn game, and like I said, I figured Brooklyn at home, playoff potential. All I need is the win. Figuring they won it more. The Bulls were already in there, tied for third, so it's going to be between third and fourth. So you're figuring if Brooklyn comes in and they come out maybe strong, catch a lead, the Bulls probably would have, said, all right, let them have it. But Brooklyn never came out. They never got any steam going. They were behind out of the gate for most of the game. And then in the third quarter, they really just imploded. So, just couldn't get it to work yesterday. It was a bad day for me. I know all the people came out to do their thing, as was to be expected. You will also notice that the same people were nowhere to be found on Monday. Sunday. They were nowhere to be found on Sunday, and that's what makes me laugh. None of them were anywhere to be found on Sunday, but as soon as the loss comes, they come out. So, guys, listen, I know most of you guys get my back, and I love that. But when I go back and forth with them, I really don't want you guys to get my back because I really don't want to give them any more attention than I'm giving them, because once I hit them, then you guys hit them. So they're getting the following. All they really want, to be honest with you, is they want some attention. That's all they really want. As you hit them, then they're getting, your followers, and then it keeps snowballing. That's what they're looking for. So, when I go, and I know I shouldn't go at them, but I like to, because some of you guys in the back of your minds probably have a couple of the questions that they're hitting on. Hey, why'd you do that? Or why'd you do this? Or you do this, you do that, you do the other, but you don't do this. So that's why I engage, because, and a lot of times I'm explaining the situation, but it's all in the rear view now. We are going to move forward. We are going to get back on a winning track, as we do have NHL playoffs amongst us, and we have NBA playoffs on the horizon.
Speak for yourself on getting on a winning track, by the way. That's all I got to say about that. Listen, man, I am becoming a master of the live lines, dude. And you know what? First things first, we hit we started out good with the no-score first inning with the Mets.
Yeah, I forgot I hit. In all the chaos, I forgot that I did hit that.
So we had that. Then I took the Orioles, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm stalking the live line, front to back with the game. Orioles go up 4-2. I said, you know what? I said, I just don't trust this Yankees team, and I just don't trust the Orioles, to be honest with you. Dude, I popped plus 550 on the Stanks. And I was able to work it where I didn't lose anything. I actually only made $10, but hey, it worked out, right? So then here's the best story of the night, right? So now I'm sitting there and I'm going, right? And I'm watching the Golden State and Memphis game. I'm like, all right, Golden State is killing them. At some point, Mr. Kerr has got to sit Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. I'm like, he's going to pull the dogs off. And I was going back and forth with the entire Fake Fam on the Fake Fam DM, you know what I mean? So I'm like, they're going to pull the dogs off at some point, right? So now, second quarter, I get Memphis plus 17.5, right? They're down, I want to say 18 at that point. Then all of a sudden, they start getting killed. I'm like, oh, this sucks. Then at the second half, I took Memphis minus 1.5. So all they had to do was they couldn't lose by more than 21 points. Now in the third quarter, bro, now this is where it becomes junky-ish, right? Now in the third quarter, I'm like, dude, oh my God. Now they're down like 30, right? Now I'm like, oh man. So what I did was I added those two bets together. I said, let me get 28.5 points, because at some point, Curry and Thompson are going to sit down. Sure enough, bro, fourth quarter comes along, Kerr sits everybody. Memphis comes back, dude, and loses by like 7 points on the game, bro. I hit every single live line, dude, being a junkie.
Wow.
I was like, oh, and you know what? I did the second half play. I did put that out there on, I did play it on Cap Protect and all that, but the live stuff, man, I was just like, it was so junky-ish. I didn't want anybody to get hurt tailing me on that. And
by the time you put it out, it probably wouldn't be there for him anyway.
Yeah, right. Plus 28.5, man. So then I got that. I'm like, so it's like one at a time. I'm like, I know I'm going to hit this. Now the second half, let's get that one. Boom, we get that one. Then the 17.5, I'm like, oh, money, dude. So, you know what? Ended up being a huge night for me, bro.
That's awesome, man. That's very awesome. I want to sing a big shout out to everybody retweeting the show. We got Alex Washington, Soccer's Finest, Buddy the Dog, The Odds Hustle, Rick Lopez, Ken Reiner, Matty Fresh, Andy Mack, Face Kicker, My Pyre Sports, Super Sports, Empire. Oh, it's actually Empire Super Sports, but it's with an M. Nicholas J, Moneyline Hunter, and JC. What's going on?
There's a ton of people retweeting the show, man. Did you get everybody?
I did not get everybody. I got, how it works.
Oh, definitely, man. So, dude, I have a really big play I'm getting, and I put it on last night, and we'll get into it as the NBA kicks along. But why don't you go through the scores from yesterday, Playboy?
I sure will. The NBA yesterday, guys, excuse me, it's my voice is going in and out on me today. Yesterday on the NBA, we had the Bucks over the Sixers 107-97, the Rockets over the Hornets 100-90. We had the Cavaliers 109 to the Pistons 97. We had the Heat 100 to the Magic 93. The Knicks beat the Hawks 112-108. The Bulls over the Nets 113-86. The Pelicans beat the Timberwolves 100-88. The Thunder, oh, by the way, the Thunder. Guys, I got to talk about this for a minute. I know that, everybody wants to have rules, okay? But then if the rules come to, like, screwing up, like, a major situation or a serious event, then people want to break the rules. The rule is you get 16 technicals, you get a suspension.
Yeah.
It's not you get 16 technicals, but if your team is on the cusp of making the playoffs, we're going to turn over the suspension to let you play. All right? Westbrook should not have played yesterday. And the NBA, I mean, this is obviously my opinion. The NBA should have stood behind their refs, who they're paying, who they sent out there to do a job. And it's not Westbrook's first technical. It was his 16th. Okay, so that meant that back in like October or November, when he got 3 or 4 garbage technicals, he should have had a little bit more self-control of himself and not acting like a baby. Okay, as a professional athlete, he gets paid millions of dollars to go on a court and play basketball. The technicals, I get a tech here and there, I understand that, but a technical, but 16 of them is a little bit ridiculous, which is why the NBA came up with that number in the first place, okay? And they made, and that's why they made the rule and put it in place. They overturned it, and I really thought that was a bad look on their part, and it shows no confidence in their referee stats. And some of these guys, the refs don't make, obviously, what the players make. Some of these guys can be real jerks to the refs.
Absolutely, man. They really harass them sometimes, man. I mean, they're all up in their face and all that.
All up in your face, talking smack, all kinds of stuff, And you know the cats are saying stuff like, yeah, that's why you make, 200,000 and I make 50 million, or you know that kind of stuff gets thrown out there at these guys. So I mean, for the NBA to take that stance, I think that's kind of weak on my part. And I know you guys, I know a lot of people don't agree with me because they shouldn't do that to them because they're trying to make the play. Dude, it's regardless. Trying to make the play. If it was his first one, then I'd be like, oh, that's dusty. But dude has 16. So I don't think there was any excuse, but whatever. Now we'll move on from that. The Thunder beat the Trailblazers 101-90. The Jazz 108 to the Mavericks 92. We had the Kings 102 over the Lakers 92. And the Warriors 111 over the Grizzlies 107. And last, the Clippers beat the Nuggets 110-103.
Big ups to my man Irvin for turning me on to the Sacramento Kings last night. I got involved in that nasty game, too.
Very nice.
And the Knicks won, bro.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Unbelievable, man. So I'm having a little fun with this NBA, with these some starters sitting, getting rest. I'm having a pretty good time with it, man. So we got to take a look and see what we got tonight and tomorrow, because these are the last 2 nights of the NBAs, and I feel like I'm licking my chops here. Big ups to Casano. I got Payush Patel. I got Mo. I got Papa Bear, Papa Smurf. I got Gruff. I got Get a Vegas Bookie, Man vs. Spread, Star Guzzi, Sergio Rodriguez, Snoopy Bets, Clown Man Swag, Alex Washington, Stalker's Finest, Buddy the Dog, The Odds Hustle, Rick Lopez, hashtag SBTV, Ken Reiner, Elvin XL, $, Matty Fresh, The Andy Mack, Face Kicker, Worst Gambler Ever. Well, hopefully we can change that, brother. Empire Super Sports, like you said, Nicholas J, Moneyline Hunter, JC, Smokey, Boston Boy, Terry Kohler, P for Prez, Yato, Heavy 365, No Requesting, James Harrelson, hashtag SBTV, just to name a few. Keep going with the scores.
The Mets over the Phillies 2-0, and the Pirates beat the Tigers 5-4. We had the Red Sox over the Nationals 9-4. The Royals beat the Twins 12-3. Brewers over the Cardinals 5-4. Rockies 2-0 over the Giants. Yankees beat the Orioles 6-5. The Rays over the Blue Jays 2-1. Braves 3-2 over the Marlins. Angels 6-3 over the Rangers. We had the Cubs 7-6 over the Reds. Athletics 8-1 over the Astros. Dodgers beat the Mariners 6-5, and the Diamondbacks beat the Padres. A lot of guys were on the Padres yesterday, 8-4.
The Yankees won with a grand slam, kid.
Wow.
Grand slam, bro. They were down 2-4, and all of a sudden it was 6-4. I was like, whoa, and I saw the live line just jump like crazy. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I backed that up. Now, are you starting to understand why I backed this stuff up, dude?
I understand it. I'm still not. I don't do it. I can't.
You can't grasp it.
I still need to. I need to do it a little bit more, but I don't really get it. It kind of goes against my philosophy. If I put a play in, I'm expecting that team to win, so I'm trying to ride it out for the win.
I guess it just becomes you have to really gauge the what you're looking at during the game. To see, you know what I'm saying? The better you get at, sniffing out your loss, your initial play being a loss is how it works. You know what I'm saying? So Anyway, ask my man Irvin. He'll show you because I did it with him firsthand in New York City, bro.
I got you.
So that's it, man. So we got a hockey playoffs tomorrow, kid.
I mean, it's great that you found that because picking the straight games for you sucks.
I love it. After your night last night, you want to talk. Yeah. Sure.
But here's the thing.
Son, go get the nasties tonight, too. Come on.
You're the only guy, honestly, that I take my real shots at. I mean, I've talked about in general things, that, I maybe not agreed with, but as far as me picking out one single person saying, hey, you picked this last night and it sucked and you stink and I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I will talk a general philosophy. And my other thing, because I know the haters are out there listening or my critics, so to say, you know what? If you don't like me, that's cool. If you don't like my personality, my big mouth, I get that. You don't like the way I gloat after I win and talk and rah, 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 rah. I get that too. But you guys go on Twitter and you make stuff up about me that's just completely false. That stuff, kick rocks with that. That I'm not going to deal with because I won't listen to. There was some dude in there last night and he was talking about how I did this, how I did that. And I'm like, I didn't do that. I never made fun of you. I didn't do nothing to you. What are you talking about? I don't even know who you are.
My man, the dream, the Twitter bully.
That's it.
With all capital letters coming at you full throttle. Oh.
Cats, man, they love the hate point. The minute my stuff lost, they were right there. The same cats were nowhere to be found. That's how you know how shallow guys are. Because you ever heard no hate? Because there ain't been a loss since what? I think I lost last week. I think the last big loss was the Clipper loss, which was 2 weeks ago. So you've heard nothing out of nobody until yesterday when I get the Nationals loss. I wrote. See you next week, guys.
We've lost here and there though. You know what I mean? But
no doubt, definitely.
Saturday, dude, I couldn't pick my nose. I lost everything, man. I lost everything. Thank God for the last 2 nights because and Friday. So 3 out of the last 4 nights I did very good. So I'm pretty happy and patting myself on the back a little bit. But
yeah, no doubt.
All right, dude. So I'm only seeing lines on 2 NBA games right now. What do you have as far as NBA games? Is there a lot more than what I'm seeing here? Because
there's 3 games.
There's 3 games total. All right. Yep. Well, I have 2, and I'm going to tell you right now. I already jumped on one and got the line at a better price. And taking a look at these. All right. So the first one we got on the ticket, guys. We got the Toronto Raptors coming into the Boston Celtics. You can get this line anywhere from a pick'em to 2.5. With an under-over of 208 to 208.5. Boston Celtics, I believe, are now in the playoffs. Am I wrong about that?
They should have been. I think with Brooklyn. Hold on, let me go look right now.
Yeah,
sorry.
I think they are in the playoffs. I think with that Brooklyn loss, I think they locked their seed up, bro.
Yep.
They are in the playoffs. All right, so now you got to take into consideration which team is going to rest anybody. I don't know if either team is going to rest anybody. Why would they? They're not. It's not like they're they got first or second seeds popping. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on that?
Which team? What game are you talking about, brother?
Boston and Toronto.
Toronto. My thoughts on the Boston-Toronto game is, as far as resting, I don't know. I don't think either are going to rest. I agree with you. All
right. So you would think that, this is a very tough matchup to call, bro. I mean, both of these teams, Boston's been playing really good ball. And Toronto, let's just see what they've done in the last, basically, dude, these trends and these stats can go out the window at this point, guys. So, I'm just looking at it to see what they've done in the last few games. Toronto's won the last 3. Boston's won the last 4. And Boston is, 6 out of 7 wins here. I just don't know what Boston's, what their motivation is going to be tonight. So I think this is a stay-away game for me, personally.
Okay.
And I think you're probably on the same page with that?
Yeah, I would stay away from this game. Other than yesterday with the Bulls winning, they moved into 3rd and the Raptors moved into 4th.
Okay.
So the Raptors, I mean, I don't know how important that third spot is. Guys that took the Bulls yesterday said the Bulls won at the third spot. So I guess you would use that theory on the Raptors, saying that they won it too, so they would go back and maybe try to put an effort on the Celtics. But I wouldn't play based on that. You know what I mean? That's not enough for me. So I'm just pointing out that stat or that fact in case somebody's interested.
Gotcha. All right, so the next one I got on the ticket is a game I put in last night, dude. And I was actually going back and forth with a few people on this. So we got the Washington Wizards coming into the Indiana Pacers, okay? Now, the Indiana Pacers were tied with the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets lost their game last night, so Indiana just has to win. That's it, okay? I was looking at this, and I actually tried when the Brooklyn Nets were getting pounded, I tried putting this play in. I was going to take the Indiana Pacers, and the book would not let me do it. It wouldn't let me do it. I went over on Caprotech. I was able to get it at 7.5. Then I went back to the book after the Brooklyn Nets game, and they gave it to me at -7. Dude, I went nuts on Indiana. I love Indiana in the spot to not only win the game, but to cover the spread. Now, the spread is going up from 7 to 9.
Okay.
Washington is a meaningless game for them. Absolutely meaningless. So I don't know what they're going to be doing. But I know Indiana, it is not. Dude, this is the farthest from meaningless game for Indiana all year long, dude. I think Indiana wins by double digits.
Okay.
All right. Is that something that you would consider getting involved in?
I'm looking at this game, and I think you're onto something. I really do. I just don't. It's tough right now because you're wondering it's just trying to figure out the mindsets of the NBA teams as far as how they want to go into the playoffs, which was one of my motivating, which I actually talked to Randy Lockhart yesterday, and I was showing him I liked the Cavs yesterday. And I was saying because the Cavs had gotten embarrassed on Sunday, and you told me they even got embarrassed the night before that, so that made it even worse. So now my whole ideology behind that is, wow, they're embarrassed. They don't want to go into the playoffs, with those bad losses, because it just, I don't know, it's just got that bad, psyche on your mental. So as long as the Wizards don't care about that, they can't move up, they can't get surpassed. I think you're right, brother.
Meaningless game, bro. Meaningless game. Right. Now, I expect this line, guys, you know what? We're bright and early in the morning. Okay, you guys do your own homework. I'm not a handicapper. I tell you that all the time. But you know what? Do your own homework on this. You're probably, you're probably not going to start learning about people sitting until closer to game time. But right now it's at 9 points. And I have a feeling that this is going to go over 10, just like the Celtics game did the other day. I mean, it was the Celtics playing the Cavs, dude. So Washington is nowhere near the Cavs. And I think Indiana is pretty similar to Boston. So I'm thinking you're going to see 10.5, 11 by game time.
You might be right there.
Yep. Indiana winners of 5 straight games. They have been tearing it up ever since Paul George came back, and I think Indiana is dying to get in the playoffs and make some noise, dude. So I am all over them. I already put a bunch of money on them -7. I don't know if I'm going to do -9, but I may consider throwing more on. I just don't want to be greedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and not to mention that usually when you are all over a play.
Oh, like the Celtics the other day? Oh, well, they only won by like 40.
Or like the Cleveland a week ago.
Oh,
or like,
you want to go back 2 weeks
Brooklyn,
now? You want to go throw salt from 2 weeks ago, player? Son, you know what? Whatever. All I know is that I love the Pacers tonight. That's it. So we're gonna keep it going and then keep it moving from there. But guys, I'm going ham on them tonight. So let's see, man. I got my fingers crossed. Hopefully they don't do what the Golden State Warriors did last night. And they actually do. They're up by 30. I want to say 31 or 32 points in that game, and they were given 8, and they did not cover the spread at the end, dude.
Really?
Imagine that. Oh, I've been there a few times. Oh, man.
I think you're good, though. I mean, I agree with you. I'm looking over the stuff, and I mean, I think you're onto something. I think you're right there. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I'm saying that, you know, I think you're there. The other thing that I'm just saying is, let's see, then the Wizards would have the Cavaliers. So they'd lose 2. Who's it behind them?
Let's see. Big ups at KC 100 times 3. I got, let's see, Papa Smurf out there. Doc, what's going on? So we're good, right?
Yeah, you're good, dude. I can't. I mean, I looked in front of him and back of him. I looked at the next game. I looked at the whole thing. I mean, I see no. I think you're right. I don't see no reason for the Wizards to not play hard. I mean, other than just being athletes, they're gonna go out and play, but not play hard. So I think, dude, you should unload on that.
Yeah, I already did. I already did -7, dude. And
I think you can unload on it.
And our capper ticket was 7.5, and you can't buy points on there unless you do it manually. But I said, I'm good with the 7.5 too. I just put it in there. So, well, big ups to Joe Zippy, randomly unpredictable, and brother, thank you so much for the little gift you sent us. I really appreciate that, brother. APB, I got EPS, I got the cheese, I got Kiambu, I got 5-1 and Tip Talker, just to name a few. Guys, tomorrow, NHL playoffs start. And we got the First Lady of the Fake Fam, and we got Total Sports Edge. It is going to be a huge, huge show. I can't wait to tip off on the ice. There's already series prices out there, bro.
Oh, no, I know. I was all over it yesterday. Yeah, no, I know there's series prices out there.
All right, so we got, we'll be looking at that and doing a little bit more homework for tomorrow's matchups, man. So, what you want to do, kid? You want to get into the MLBs? Or no? With your MLBs, kid. Yeah, I'm going to make you filter all that.
Oh, my God. Did you talk about the I don't know if you guys are up on it, but Michael Crabtree was, he signed with the
Raiders.
I just had it up with the Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders. I don't know I don't think we mentioned that today. If anybody's interested in that, he signed with the Raiders, and I guess there goes his career.
Yeah, I know. Yo, did you say there was a third NBA game?
Yeah, it's the Clippers and the Suns.
Wow, the Clippers really didn't feel like playing last night. I mean,
but
they won the game, but they didn't feel like playing. They were down the whole game by Denver. I don't know what's going to go on there. I think Clippers sit everybody.
Clippers will probably sit everybody. I would leave it alone. Let me check the standings on that particular game.
That's why there's no line yet, guys. That's why there's no line. Number one, the game ended late last night. Number two is that they're trying to figure out who Mr. Rivers is going to sit.
Looking at it now, we got Clippers are in third place. The Clippers are tied with the Suns with the Spurs. The Clippers have a reason to win.
Spurs got somebody light though, I think. I forgot who they got.
Spurs aren't playing tonight. Clippers are playing tonight.
Pick ups the Yato making these like on-demand memes, kid, about us. I love it, dude.
Spurs aren't playing tonight. The Spurs play tomorrow night, the last night, and then they would have the Pelicans, and the Clippers don't play tonight. But if the Clippers win, the Clippers need to win.
They need to win, okay.
If they want second place. If they want a shot at second place, they need to win. They're probably not going to get it still, but if they want a shot at it, they need to win tonight. So I would not bet against the Clippers tonight. All
right. Big ups to Face Kicker and Immaculate that are out there, too. The Moneyline Hunter is out there. What's up, guys? Good morning. Vegas Girl 92661 with the hashtag SBTV Nation as well. Love it, love it, love it. So let's get into the Dream's favorite sport, baseball. And let's go with the MLB lines. And say, hey, we got the Washington Nasties, kid. What do you think? You want to do a little parlay with them and the Brewers? Come on. Hey, you know what? The good news is you didn't lose 10-0. At least it was, it was what, like 9-4 or something?
Oh, boy.
Well, no, you haven't lost in 2 weeks though. But you know, you forgot about the Brewers 10-9 on opening day. I was just saying, you know. Oh man. All right. Anyway,
okay.
Anyway, we got the Washington Nasties.
Sure that wasn't you on Twitter last night with some one of your other
I made another account to secretly bash you.
Oh my God.
I'm taking offense to how much you say I suck all the time. I'm getting a little butthurt over here. All right. Oh, anyway, guys, we're having a hell of a good time today, man. Just rocking and rolling and killing it. Oh man, okay. So,
hold on, I gotta pull these pictures up. I don't know why ESPN should not have messed with their site. By the way,
I can't stand it, man.
It's awful.
I know.
It's awful. There's always somebody that's the thing about today's day and age. Nothing ever gets a minute. Like you get a minute to get used to something, and they want to switch it. Like, you know what I hate? Like when you gotta redo I gotta redo my password for like my bank account. You know, it's like, damn it, I just did that last year. I just, why?
Oh man, I know. Well,
all right, here we go. We're up.
Washington Nasties at the Boston Red Sox. Son, I'm going to buy you a Nasties jersey. Line is anywhere from Boston minus 109. Washington Nasties minus 101 with an under-over of 8. Who you got pitching today, brother?
Hatter is getting it with the jokes right now. I can't believe you tried to get it in right now. We got Steven Strasburg on the mound for the Nationals and Masterson on the mound for the Red Sox. The Nationals are 2-5 and look absolutely pathetic. The Red Sox are 5-2. The Nationals actually left a lot of guys on base yesterday, so I shouldn't say pathetic, but they just, what are you going to do? The Red Sox are 5-2, 1-0 at home. It's their second home game. Masterson is 1-0. He's got a 3.00 ERA, and Strasburg is 0-1 with a 5.06 ERA. I have no opinion about that game.
You sure? All right. Keep it moving. We got, let's see. I have no opinion on that either, guys. I wish I could tell you something, but, when I see a game that just does nothing for me, period, it's I'm not even going to even attempt to give that out. Next one we got on the ticket, we got Tampa Biscuit at the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's see, Toronto minus 143 with an under-over between 8 and 9. So you got a big discrepancy there as far as the total is concerned. Who do you got pitching for both of these games?
You got Mr. Andrice for Tampa Bay, and he's going up against Norris for the Blue Jays. And I've got no opinion in this game either as well. What happened with this game, with this matchup yesterday? I'm trying to remember what happened with this matchup yesterday, because I was actually interested in what. Let's see. Here we go. The Rays won yesterday, 2-1, hard-fought game. Yeah, these teams, they remind me of each other. You know what I mean? I don't know
said
why.
That yesterday,
maybe I'm wrong, but they absolutely remind me of each other. The Rays are 4-3. They're 3-1 on the road. The Blue Jays are 4-3, and they're 0-1 at home. So, guys, it looks like it's going to be maybe a hard-fought matchup. So I would probably stay away from this one.
All right, man. All right. I'm looking at it, and I have no opinion. What do you got? You got like ERAs of the pitchers from the last start?
Yes.
All right. What do you have for these two guys?
Well, Andras has got nothing. That's why I didn't say anything. Norris is 1-0 with a 4.76.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. New York Stanks at the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore minus 114. Under over is 8. You know what? The Stanks, I mean, the last 2 days, put the bats on the ball, man. So
found a way to get it done. Right?
Yeah, they found a way to get it done, man. So taking a look at the Baltimore Orioles, my instinct tells me to take the O's, but I would be falling into that chase type of system type thing, which I don't want to get involved in, period, guys. And I'm going to recommend that you do not out there in the sports betting world. Who do you got pitching?
We've got we got CC Sabathia for the Yankees, and he's going up against Gonzalez for the Orioles. Yanks right now are 3-4, 1-0 away on the road. CC Sabathia is 0-1 with a 6.35 ERA. The Orioles are 3-4, they're 1-3 at home. Gonzalez is 0-1 with a 1.59 ERA, and the Orioles are looking for a win. pretty badly. I think I would roll with the Orioles tonight.
You know, I'm gonna look at this a little bit further and kind of see what I'm doing with it, guys. I'll put it out later if I'm feeling it, but
because I gotta be honest with you, I think CC might be done.
Yeah. I could see that.
You know what I mean?
I could see that.
I just haven't been, his first start wasn't that impressive. Coming off the injury, last year, and I think, maybe that is it for him. Who knows? But I don't expect him to be real dominating in tonight's game. I know they'll probably, have a short leash on him. That being said, because they're aware, of him as well. So I'm a lean Orioles in this game.
I was just thinking about something. Would it behoove you, because the Nasties are kind of faltering a little bit, to maybe jump on maybe the Mets to do something, maybe a wild card like Dizzle said or something like that? Might not be such a bad idea.
Might not. You might be right there.
Big ups to Gil, EL, and Too Tall out there. So I think it might be a good idea.
I think you need to see a little bit, let's see a little bit more, teams that looked absolutely dreadful last year at the beginning of this. I remember St. Louis Cardinals last year at the beginning of the season. Everybody thought, going into All-Star break, if I would have told you we were going to be in the playoffs, the people would have been like, you're crazy, they stink. You remember? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And then the Giants. Remember the Giants faltering at the second half of the year? Looking
second half,
terrible.
Yeah, but they were good at the beginning. But the second half, they started killing that's what everybody was getting. All the guys that are killing it at baseball right now. That's when they were getting killed last year with the Giants.
Giants smoked everybody, man. At that point, yeah, I know.
That was a blanket when I didn't stick not one person particular out, but. What happens is if the shoe fits, you feel like I'm talking to you, huh?
Oh, man. All right.
I'm not really paying you no attention.
All right. Next one we got on the ticket is the Detroit Tigers at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Detroit Tigers finally caught a loss. Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates are pesky, man. Minus 114, especially at home. Remember last year how dominant they were at home?
Mm-hmm.
Under over 7.5, so the total's a little low. Who do you got pitching tonight?
You got Green on the mound for Detroit. Detroit is 6-1 with 3-1 on the road. Mr. Green is 1-0 and has a 0.00 ERA. So he had a great outing in his first start. Pirates are 3-4 at home, and they're 3-4. Their record is 1-0 at home. AJ Burnett's on the mound for them via the Yankees. He has got no decision in his first start, and he's got an ERA of 3.38 there.
All right. So, any opinion there or no?
No opinion, but Detroit's hot. I'm a Detroit. I'm kind of liking what they do, as I said, but you said that Pittsburgh's pesky, so you got to probably leave it alone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so. So, going to the next one here, we've got, the Philadelphia Phillies coming into the New York Mets. Damn, look at this, kid. The Mets, minus 225 juice.
That's right. The Mets got Mr. Harvey on the mound today. He's 1-0 with a 0.00 ERA. Looked great in his first start, but they will have him on a short leash as well as they are counting his pitches. He's going up against Buchanan for the Phillies. The Mets, it's their second game at home at Citi Field. They got the win yesterday. I would think that they would go out there and get another win today, so I think you're pretty good with the Mets.
That's your speed, the juice, plus 200 a little bit more, man.
No, I know. I don't. Please don't, because everybody had to remind me of that yesterday as well. That's all I do is play juice bets. Even though Sunday I took the Wizards -1, but all I do is play plus 400 juice. These guys are so stupid. That's so annoying to me that most of you guys, listeners, you guys know how we do it, but some of the guys that just come on and catch in. They act like that I just play one heavy juice game and that's how I get. That's not how we do it. When we have heavy juice, we usually put in a parlay with two other teams. So now $100, we make like a minimum like $70 on 100. So even if it lost, we only lost $100. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm putting up $500 to make $50. Of course that's asinine. You don't have to be a pro capper to figure out that that's stupid.
You know what? I did that the other day with the Celtics, bro.
500 to make 50?
No, it was minus 550. I want to say because I got played. Remember, it was minus 240,
right,
and it didn't get in. But
somewhat of a different scenario. I mean, you had a different situation here, and I get it at times, but for the most part, that's
I don't
not
do it
how
all the time.
Yeah. What I'm trying, what we're getting across. We stick it in a parlay with a couple other teams that we feel strong on that are going to probably win, and then every now and then when you see that one game, you pound it, and that's how you stay ahead of it. You stay ahead of the game. I'm not even explaining myself anymore.
My average juice is about minus 116. That's pretty much where I'm at. Let's see. So we got the Chicago White Sox at the Cleveland Indians.
I'm not afraid. I'm sorry, bro. I am not afraid, though, in a situation like you said, where you had the Celtics in a game that you knew that they were going to win. You never know they're going to win, but if you're like 95% sure that this is going to happen and going to come to fruition, if you're that strong on it, I'm not afraid to spend the money and get rid of the line because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a win. I am not. There's no to this. I got a juice limit. I got no juice limit. What I got is a loss limit. I don't want losses. That's what I got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the Chicago White Sox at the Cleveland Indians. Like I said, Cleveland minus 118 with an under over of 7. What you got there, bro?
The Cleveland Indians got my man Carrasco on the mound today. The Cleveland Indians are 2-4. They're 0-3 at home. Carrasco was 1-0 in his first start. 0.00 ERA, very low ERA. So he had a great outing. The White Sox 2-4, 0-3 away, and they got Quintana on the road. He's got no decisions, and he's got a 9.00 ERA. The White Sox are just volatile right now. I would stay absolutely as far away from them as possible till they can get themselves settled in and figure out either they're going to be good or they're going to be bad. It's looking like they're going to be bad. The Indians, another team that you can't really gauge right now. So this game, no opinion.
Unless you get my man Chris Sale on the mound. Then let's
get your guy Chris Sale.
Then we can take a look. Then we can take a look at
Costa Rica.
Yeah, he got us bad out there. Yeah. Well, whatever, man. If I was doing live lines, then I would have got out of it. But big ups to my man Randy Lockhart for sending me all kinds of information, kid. I appreciate it, dude. That's the power of the nation right there. So Total Sports Edge, you will be on tomorrow, kid. Can't wait to see you. Let's see. So we got the next one on a ticket.
And Total Sports Edge, the Coyotes are not in the Stanley Cup hunt. Down there, I finally did take a dig at somebody. But that's all love. That's my boy. They were laughing. They had my back last night. They came in. I appreciate all the support. You guys, thank you so much. You, my man, the kid, kid came in pitbulling last night. I had to hit him on the DM on the low and be like, yo, daddy's pulled back.
All right, so the next one we got on a ticket is, let's see, the Miami Marlins at the Atlanta Braves. And the Atlanta Braves are minus 110 with an under over of 7.5. Who's pitching with that nasty game?
We got the Marlins 1-6 with your 0-1 away record. They got Kohler on the mound. He's 0-1 with a 3.00 ERA. The Braves, who were gonna stink, are 6-1, looking like they always do. 3-1.
Yeah, until the end.
With Cahill on the mound, and Miami stunk last year. I don't know if they're improved or not at all. I haven't liked what I've seen on. Obviously, they're 1-6, so they're not off to a great start. I don't know why. As far as I'm concerned, I guess you just take the Braves here. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't take the Braves.
You know what baseball I like? Nothing. I like the Pacers tonight. That's how I'm doing. I'm like, I can't wait till the Pacers game starts. All right.
With some of the nation are playing these games and getting involved, and I think the common sense thing here to do is either play the Braves or don't play. I do not see any reason to take the Marlins.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. We got Cincinnati Reds at the Chicago Cubs, and the Cubs are minus 144. As you know, because of the wind changes in Wrigley Field, there's no total posted yet. It won't be posted till closer to game time. Who do you got pitching there?
Reds are 4-3. They're 0-1 on the road as they lost yesterday. They have, here's a name, DeScafani on the mound for them, and Arida's on the mound for the Cubs. He's 1-0. Arida is with a 0.00 ERA. The Cubs are 4-2 and 2-1 at home. No opinion on this game at all.
Good morning to AZ Wildcat 83 and my man Papa Bear that's out there. All right, so next one we got on a ticket is we got the LA Angels at the Texas Rangers. LA Angels minus 110 on the road with an under-over of 9. These are tough matchups, man. What you got?
Well, it's because it's so early in this, because it's so early in the season. It's hard to, it's hard to gauge baseball, which is why, which out of all the comments that I did get yesterday, nobody made the comment of, it's too early in the season for you to be really putting that kind of money down on a game. That was actually the real comment that should have been spit out with all the nonsense that I heard yesterday, but nobody even said that, which was cool. But I knew that in the back. By the way, I already know what I do wrong before I do it, so. It's just me being a gambler. But anyway, the Angels got Rakinski on the mound. I know I probably murdered this thing. They got D. Rakinski on the mound, and that's the Angels, and the Rangers got Martinez on the mound. The Angels are 3-4. They got a 3-1 away record, so they're playing pretty good on the road. The Rangers are 3-5, and they're 1-3 at home, so they're not doing that well at home. They got Martinez on the mound. He is 1-0, the Rangers. So he got a win in his first start. It was pretty impressive as he has no ERA, and Rasinski's got no ERA, and he's got no wins or losses.
Let me rewind to a game that we may want to consider taking a look at.
Yes.
Who is pitching for Philadelphia again?
The Phillies?
Yeah.
Buchanan.
How's his record? Like, what's he doing?
Is Dusty. I already. We went
I know. I'm just trying to think of maybe a first inning no score or something like that.
Oh,
you know
no. Buchanan's pushing at 18 ERA.
Oh, forget it.
No. We won't be getting.
No, because I was thinking, Harvey. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I feel you. If you could get no score for the Phillies in the first inning.
Yeah, right.
That would be dope. But no, Buchanan. You know what? You might be able to pull the trigger on that again. I don't know. I'll look at it over the course of the day. Maybe get up with Funk Doc and ask him his opinion.
He hates those. He hates those no runs first inning.
Oh, he does.
He hates those. He tries to talk me off the ledge every time I do it, man.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he don't like them.
A couple of people don't like them. I get it. I mean, I don't like the first. The only reason I like it is because for some reason it seems like every baseball game I've ever seen, there's no score to first inning.
I concur on that, man. That's why I like it.
That's why I like it too. And that's just like guys, there's absolutely no capping, no talent, no nothing involved in that. Just my personal experiences.
Yes. All right. So we got Oakland at Houston. Let's see. Oakland minus 119 with an under-over of 8.5. Who's pitching there, brother?
You have Mr. Graveman on the mound for the Oakland Athletics. He is 0-1 with an 18.90 ERA, so he got smoke showed in his last start. The Athletics are 4-4, 1-0 away, and you got the Houston Astros. They are 3-4, 1-3 at home, and they got Peacock on the mound, and he has no numbers. This must be his first start. Trying to gauge the A's and trying to gauge the Astros. Big question marks for both squads. A's look like they're dope and then, fall back a minute and then look like they are and then fall back a minute. So they did win yesterday. So I really would probably just say keep a watch on this game and probably stay away from it.
My man P for Prez said, what if you look at the Mets to score in the first inning?
Yeah, no.
Or the Mets. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. He said, look at the Mets to score first.
Oh, Mets score first. That's a great idea.
That's not bad, right?
No, it's a pretty good idea.
Not bad at all. All right.
Not a bad idea at all. I like that. That's a great idea, actually, I think.
I wonder what the juice is going to be on that.
I don't know, but we could take a look at it a little bit later. I mean, guys, the games don't start till 7, so we can go back and forth positively on Twitter and maybe come up with something. I'll put out a couple question marks out there as I'm not really that busy today. I got, just a couple errands around the house to do, but other than that, I'm going to be around.
My man, Twitter Drogba said, we got to do a spinoff with you reading people's last names. Next one we got on a ticket here is we got the Seattle Mariners at the LA Dodgers. Should be a good game here. It's a 9-10 start. I want to say it's a 10-10 start. I think the time is wrong here. Seattle
10,
minus 111 with an under-over of 7.5.
Oh, and here's a. I'm not even going. Okay, you guys now. You know what that just did? You guys now can go look at the pitchers' names. All right. I'm just gonna from now on say the Mariners pitcher. That's it. Today the Mariners are featuring a pitcher on the mound that's 0-1 with the 6.00 ERA. The Mariners are 3-4 and 2-2 away. And the Dodgers are featuring a pitcher on the mound that has getting his first start, so we've got no numbers on him. They're 4-3 with the 3-1, and they're 3-1 at home. How about that? Now you could go look at it and do the names yourself.
Oh man, having a lot of fun this morning, guys. What a show this morning,
I'm already agitated about losing the national game yesterday, and you want to come in and talk about me pronouncing cats' names?
Oh man. All right. Well, you know what? That's your own fault for messing with the nasties, kid. Let's see.
I liked it, brother. I liked it. I thought the fatigue factor was going to be an issue. You know, I liked it. You know they had Zimmerman on the mound. He would listen. I don't put $500 on a game I don't like.
You know what? I got to be honest with you, dude. 2 times in a row where we thought that was going to be the case. Well, I'm not going to say we. I'm distant. You're on an island by yourself with that. But
I
you know, the Boston Red Sox after that 19-inning game the other night.
Yep.
Dr. Dan plugged the under because it was 12 o'clock start the next day, and the Boston Red Sox scored 8 runs on their own, dude. So, and then, you know what I mean? So now you're bringing it into, yesterday's game, and the Red Sox, dude, I guess they're pretty conditioned, man. They don't have any kind of fatigue factor going on.
No,
so you gotta
it goes back to talking about the athleticism of playing baseball. when you're sitting around out in the grass, chewing sunflower seeds and scratching yourself. Not really a lot of fatigue involved in that.
Oh, man. Arizona Diamondbacks at the San Diego Padres. San Diego minus 132 with an under-over of 6.5.
Hey, and by the way, I ran it through my head, and I a lot of people didn't say anything about. I mean, the key points to yesterday's loss, a lot of people didn't talk about. I was all over them. The issue was it was a home. I mean, you had a home opener as well. Brady threw out the first pitch. I mean, you had kind of like the stars aligning. The other thing is, they have been off all damn winter. So, I mean, yeah, you're not going to, as far as fatigued, I mean, they've been off for a minute and they're just getting in. It's the 5th game into it or, whatever it is. So, I mean, that might have been an issue, let's say, in the middle of July, but right now it probably isn't. So, hey, but of course, all of those points, nobody really mentioned to me. Just, you're an idiot, you don't know what you're doing, and you don't know what you're talking about, and you stink. And I just really want your following. I don't understand why cats are following you. I want your show. I don't understand why your show is successful. That's what all of that is they're saying. You got a big mouth and people like you, and I can't stand that. I'm in my mom's basement with my pajamas on, and nobody will talk to me, and I don't have any friends.
Whoa.
And that's really what the Twitter fight is all about.
Oh, man. Who's pitching in that game, brother?
Which game are we at?
Arizona, San Diego.
All right, Arizona, San Diego.
You're out your mind.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun right there. Hold on. Arizona, San Diego. There we go. The Diamondbacks got a Diamondback pitcher on the mound, and he's 0-1 with the 6.23 ERA. Diamondbacks are 4-3, 1-0 on the road. And the Padres have a Padre pitcher on the mound. He's got no start and no numbers, no decisions, so this must be his first start. Padres are 4-4 with a 3-2 record at home.
The under-over is only 6.5 there, dude, so you got to have some pretty decent pitchers on the mound, no?
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, the Arizona Diamondback pitcher has got a 6.23 ERA, so he got kind of beat up in his first start. The Padre pitcher, he's got no numbers, but a pretty decent pitcher. So I don't know. I see it at 6.5. That's interesting.
Very interesting.
But the Dodgers, I believe, isn't their park one of the harder parks to hit a home? To hit in?
The Padres?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
I think the Padres are like the opposite of the Rocky Park, where it's a hard to hit park, which is another thing that I've always had an issue with baseball as to why the parks aren't all the same size.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I think, but there's a lot of different stuff that goes on there.
You could just make the park the size you want.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if it was my park, guess what size it would be? It would be like the size of my front yard.
Yeah. I know. It'd be sold out all the time. People looking for all the home runs, trying to catch all the balls over there.
Run it, grab, eliminate, and get right back on the mound there, player.
Yes, sir. Colorado Rockies at the San Francisco Giants. San Francisco minus 132. This is the last game we got. Under over is 7. What's your take on this, and who do you got pitching here, Dream?
The Rockies, they're 5-2, they're 4-0 on the road, so they're playing well away at home. The Rockies pitcher is 1-0 with 0.00 ERA, so he had a great start. The Giants are 3-5 and 0-1 on the road, and their pitcher is getting his first start as well. This game could possibly be a pitcher's duel, as both pitchers are pretty decent. The under and over number is at 7. I've got no opinion on this game as I'm trying to get this Rocky team, man. They look like they, might be making it happen this year.
You never know, man. You see, I mean, a lot of these teams, they start out nice and then boom, they end up getting smoke showed, in the second half of the year. So we'll take a look at it and see where it lands. But let me take a look and see if I can get a stab at the pitchers' names here. Let's see. Where is that game?
It's Hudson and DePayne.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I'm just not doing it just to be a jerk.
Hudson is.
Cats want to fall back about me pronouncing them because they're not on here trying to pronounce them, and I know if you were on here, you'd be butchering them too.
We're just having a fun time with that.
Some of you are the telemarketers that call.
Oh yeah.
Butchering my last name.
Big ups to my man LV White Shark giving out his bait that he gave out last night, man. Worked out pretty well for him, man. So welcome back to the party. That's my dude. Man. Yeah, definitely. So taking a look at this, guys. I mean, Hudson's up there, man. I think is he as old as Cologne? He's definitely 40, right? No, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious though. He's up there, right?
I love that. That was funny though. He would say he's up there.
He's definitely up there. As far as a professional athlete is concerned,
Yeah, no. He's got some age on him. A journeyman, veteran pitcher. I don't know what you're doing that one, brother.
Yeah, I don't either, man. You know what, guys? I'm gonna put. It depends on the amount of baseball that I could watch if I'm going to wager on one of these games. Because you guys know, I mean, I have my computer open with a bunch of different books and looking at all the live stuff going and going from there. So if I can't do that, I'm probably not going to bet it. Now, the only way you can't do live lines is, like a first inning, no score. That's very tough to do. That's more kind of gambling, but we'll take a look at it. But as far as the baseball, I don't have anything to give out right now, guys. I'll be honest with you. I am giving out the Pacers, though. I love the Pacers, and it went up to 9. I think that's going to go up to double digits. But I think they laid a smackdown on the Wizards.
Hold the music for a minute, brother.
What's that?
I want to just talk a little bit about the hockey before we get the experts in, because I'll let them talk, and I probably won't get involved too much with it tomorrow. I mean, I'll get involved with asking questions, but I just wanted to give my little 2 cents about the hockey today.
All right, go for it.
As you guys know, the hockey series are upon us. It's going to kick off. And we're having guests on tomorrow, and a couple of series that I wanted to talk about that I think are going to be pretty, I hate to use the word easy, but I think you can take them in the series and win your money. I really think that the Rangers opening series against the Penguins, it should be a very easy series for the Rangers. I think that you can take the Rangers, and I think you can parlay the Rangers in a series bet with the Anaheim Ducks. And you probably can go to bed. It should pay you a little bit more than even money. Let me see, I'm punching it in now. As the Rangers are minus 235 for their series, and you can parlay that with the Ducks, who are minus 160 for their series. And let's see.
That Ducks team makes me nervous, man.
Yeah, but you know what? They're going to be. I think the Ducks are okay. They did implode last year, so they're going to try to, I think they're going to try to right the wrongs of last year a little bit. It's not necessarily them as much as I don't think you got to worry about. I don't really think you got to worry about them against the Jets in a 7-game series. I mean, I think the Jets, Winnipeg will win a game or two, but I think in 7 games, I think that the Ducks will come out on top in that particular series. As far as I'm concerned, that was the easiest 2 on the board. And then my last one that I want to talk about is I also like the New York Islanders to beat the Capitals. Now, I know that the Caps came on strong at the end of the season, and a lot of people, have been impressed with them. I believe the Islanders are going to get through this series. I really do. I followed them for most of the season. I didn't like the way the Islanders ended their season, but I do believe the Islanders are going to get through this. They are plus 115 on their series. So I'm not parlaying this with the other two. This will be standalone on its own by itself, as this one might not work. But I think the Islanders will beat the Caps in a 7-game series. I think they'll find a way to get it done. I think my man Tavares will come in. They'll get their scoring back started, hopefully, and play. I told you that the Islanders defensively, there are some concerns there with them as far as I'm concerned. That's my standpoint on them. But I honestly think that the Islanders will win this series. Probably lose the next series, but get through this series. And then the one last tidbit that I have is I'm staying away from the Chicago Blackhawk Predator series because I like the Blackhawks. I've taken the Predators most of the season, but I got to be honest with you. I like the Blackhawks to win this series. I don't like them enough, though, to bet on them. So I'm gonna have to sit back and watch this series, as I think it's gonna probably be a pretty competitive series. But I think the Blackhawks are going to beat the Predators in the series. It's just a feeling that I have. I don't think that the Predators are going to be able to get their mojo back that they had for most of the season, and I think that the Blackhawks are going to win. All right, man. And that's my take on the hockey series. We'll have our experts in tomorrow to talk about it. Guys and the First Lady who knows a lot more about hockey than I do. I know a bit about it, but I would defer to them as far as knowing a lot more than I do, as they'll know, key things about the blue lines, and they'll know key things about, like there's some third guy on the bench that I probably don't know about, or some up-and-coming guy that's going to get a start that's come on strong with some fresh legs. Those kind of tidbits are great pointers to know about that I can't give you right now. I can just give you, my all-around feel and stuff that I've watched, because I've been playing it in basketball, with college, doing the NBA. I've looked a little bit at hockey, but I haven't been, killing it like I was at the beginning of the season. And now at this point, I want to defer to him because I don't want to steer anyone the wrong way. All right. Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Papa Bear told me to stop talking about the Indiana game because I'm going to move the line to 20. Definitely. Well, take it now and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that's it, man. Do it right now. Get involved. Listen, all right, just real quick about that game, guys. That is me walking into the Lions' den. Okay, last time I did it with Cleveland, I came out all right. But, it's up to you. Use your own discretion. Do your own homework. Watch your sports shows. Watch all the pregame stuff. Get an idea who's playing, who's going to be in there, because you never know until the tip-off what's going to go on. But, I'm just going from my own experience to kind of see, just gauging the live movement. And I'll be honest with you, I already got 2 points in my favor because it went from 7 to 9. So taking a look at that, and, hey, we'll see what happens with that. I mean, who knows? Maybe they win by 8 and we all get, you guys get screwed and I don't. But I hope that doesn't happen. So, just it could happen. I'm just saying nothing's a lock. Out there to use. You got teasers, you got parlays, you can buy points. This is 2015. There's all kinds of new gambling techniques. If you got to move the line into your favor, move it. Who posted the picture? Oh man, swag. That was Dusty. The picture of Brady and Fat Poppy. Well, I don't know if nobody was talking about how Fat Poppy was doing steroids.
Oh, No doubt.
But anyway, guys, listen. Thank you, Go Size, so much for my support. We're going to get out of here. I want to say big ups and big thanks to the kid, Randy Lockhart, Cash Action Bets, Deeks Picks, Jonesy, Premier Sports Company, Sin City Maverick, Joey, Winning Picks, my boy Papa Smurf, my man. Listen, Papa Smurf sent me the funniest DM yesterday, right in the middle of the game. I mean, I was heated about the game, but when I saw Pop's DM, I was on the floor cracking up. And then, Papa hit me yesterday, and I kind of said something to him on the Twitter, about something that he had done in the past, and it wasn't a good look on my part. So I want to send him a big shout out for one, picking me up, and a big apology for going there. That's my dog right there. Because trust me, if there ever was a need to pick me up, his timing was absolutely perfect. Because I wanted to snap the neck on Zimmerman if I could have got my hands on it. But Papa, man, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that DM, man. One love. Thank you for your support, brother. Wicked Odds is out there. My man TNT Picks, AZ Wildcat 83, Urban, LV White Shark, my boy Scott Weaver, what's happening? And Weaver had my back last night too. I appreciate that. Vegas Girl 92661. I had my dude. I love you guys because you guys, one thing, you guys do go hard for me. That's why I go hard for you. I definitely appreciate all the support. You guys give me tons and tons of. Half the time, I don't even have to. The critics, I don't even have to go at them. As soon as they start, the nation just jumps on them. And I thank you guys, and it shows you're supporting of me. I'm trying to give back the same thing. I'm going to get in my hockey lab today and come up with all kinds of formulas and strategies so we can win. And in my NBA lab, we are definitely going to win some money over the next couple of weeks. Clown Man Swag, good looking, Rainmaker 512, Behind the Bets, Total Sports Edge, Rue, First Lady, The Fake Fam, Almighty Kev, Rick Lopez, Lucky Luciano, Ben Diaz, OJFB, Philly Picks, Yippa 82, Jay Gotts, just to name a few. Guys, we're going to get out of here. Guys, check out Dr. Dan's blog on the website as he's giving out his winners and his ideas. He gives that out every day. You guys can check out our website, look at his picks. I Am the Dream. Thank you for your support. Always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day, even if you got to beat up the trolls, because you cannot get this time back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Guys, we are Sports Bettors TV. We are the biggest show in the world, having an absolute blast 7 days a week, kid, nonstop. Tomorrow, as I said, man, huge show with the First Lady, the Fake Fam, and the Total Sports Edge. We're going to break down hockey to death tomorrow. And we got the last day of the NBAs, too, so we're going to try to find some free money as well there. Then Friday, I'm doing my birthday party on the air, kid. And my man Crush the Bookie's going to call in to say hello. I can't wait to hear what he's got to say, and we're going to have an absolute blast with that, guys. We are Sports Bettors TV. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. Especially with the Pacers. Just be careful, man. This is me. That's it. You know what I mean? If you want to get on with me, let me know. But, hey, like I said, I'm not a handicapper. I'm just a gambler. I'm a glorified gambler. Go out there and get that money. Take care.
Peace.